But here we go with the Three Wise Men. You have the animated cold open with little Kenny characters playing in the snow.
That was the most Katie has ever worn.
Right?
Is that the only little Kenny crossover that they've done?
I think so. Yeah. It was a well made, like well brought up. Yeah. So they're playing in the snow. Derry throws a snowball at Katie, and so Wayne tackles him into the snowman. And I think that's the cold open. Here we go with the
It's
first.
been so long since I've seen a Letterkenny anything.
Oh yeah. Well, do you miss it?
I do.
I do.
I do.
You missed the last rewatch, right? You weren't.
Yeah. Well, here we go.
Hey, can we just shout out how awesome those titles are?
Humbugs here.
Not a curmudgeons in sights.
Not a whiff of poop pence.
What movies you picked out for Christmas this year's, Miss?
Hold on. Where's the closed captions off? We don't need to read
We
this.
have
Sorry.
that basket.
Cassie,
Sorry.
is that what you were pointing at? The basket? Cassie, you had it.
I guess I can talk over. Can I? Okay.
That's the whole point of this. Okay. Or else people are just going to be listening to us watching.
I always want to be polite.
Cassie, what were you saying?
That's got to be a kink, right? I really loved. I just wanted to make a shout out to like the names on those DVDs. There was Value Viewage Video. That's a tongue tire. My Dogs Are Rudolph and The Fallen Elf.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. So
I would 100% watch My Dogs Are Rudolph.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Guessing those were made for the show.
I'm thinking, yeah. And you're right. We do have that basket. Here we go.
Yeah.
Well, no holiday humbugs here.
Not a curmudgeons in sights.
Not a whiff of poop pence.
We're in that kitchen.
What movies you picked out for Christmas this year's, Miss Katie's?
We'll table it.
Yeah, let's put a pin in it for later.
Well, circles back.
I to the fucking
Love Christmas. You know, I'm almost glad that it's already Christmas Eve and I don't have to hear you say that a baker's dozen times a day anymore.
Got all your presents wrapped for Christmas there, good buddies?
Oh, yeah. It's tradition, so, yeah. Well, I'd have a beer. Katie have a beer?
I'd have a beer.
Dan have a beer?
I'd have a beer.
Wayne have a beer?
No beer.
Why? The party hasn't started yet.
Christmas drinks only. It's tradition. And
You don't fucks with traditions.
especially on Christmas. Katie, where's the box?
And with the turtleneck.
What fucking gnar that we keep these bottles in this box here and only bring them out one time a year.
Well, there's good reason for it. I mean, who wants to drink butter ripple schnapps?
Well, whoever's having a nativity barn burner, likely.
And who wants to drinks? Blue Caraco.
Whoever's having a Mrs. Clausmo, likely.
And who wants to drink creme de menthe?
Whoever's having a naughty or spice.
What's that?
Is there a reason we think they're doing the showcasing of the alcohol like that? Is that a reference to something?
I think they're just funny names to say. We had the Blue Caraco on our shelf for the longest time.
I believe it's called Curacao, but
I know. But the way they say it.
You know what? I have distinct memories.
And it's actually Curaçao if you're Portuguese. That's how you say it.
Oh,
Curaçao. I distinctly remember some of those bottles on my family's bar growing up.
Yeah.
Like that, they never got touched. Always had a layer of dust on them.
So we had a whole shelf of liquor bottles from our Jack and Jill.
Oh my God, yeah.
Sitting on that shelf for, I don't know, 10, 12, 15 years. And I mean, we were always like, let's take a shot of this. Liquor doesn't go bad, right? I don't know. It just gets stronger, no?
If it started bad, it's still bad. But,
right, I know.
I remember actually taking the butternut, what?
Nut.
butterscotch ripple.
Butterscotch. That's the one. And I remember putting it in a syringe and giving shots out at Halloween. I was a nurse.
Yes.
And I was giving people shots.
Like the kids at the door?
No, the parents of the kids at the door.
So
would have been
Awesome's telling us it's a callback to Uncle Eddie's Trust. the Dragon's Den episode, but from the cold open,
right.
I don't
Mm.
remember this.
I do remember they talk about the liqueurs in that cold open.
Don't you love that aerial photo behind his shoulder there in the kitchen?
Every farmer has that.
Every farmer
in rural Ontario.
I cannot tell you how many. I used to live in the country, and it's the truth. Everyone has that shot. I swear they must have at some
one
point had
enterprising person with a pilot's
with an
license
airplane.
and an airplane and a camera went around and made a killing one summer. Because those pictures don't get updated though. So he made a killing one summer and then that was it.
That's like that skydiving picture in all the corporate offices.
Yeah.
I think Dunder Mifflin had one, and we certainly had one at VTR Video.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's funny.
Lightly.
I could whip up some Sangria.
Mix them all together for a good old jingle juice.
No, jingle juice makes spit.
No spitting. We keep it classy till midnight for the main event.
Oh no, American whiskey.
Oh no, Irish whiskey.
Canadian rye whiskey. I say fucking A.
A shot of each at midnight for the infamous 3 wise men. Everyone hammers one.
3, if we're splitting hairs.
Everyone hammers all 3 back to back to back at the stroke of midnight. Encourages everyone to keep it classy till then.
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair, this garbage assortment of drinks would encourage anyone to pace it. It's spit o'clock if you're not careful.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough parties to only have 1 bathrooms for.
I piss outside as much as the dog does.
Do you want to what? You hear any talk of this maybe being the best Christmas party ever? Or...
Yeah, no, I may have heard a bit of talking about that.
Hearing some of that talk?
I've been hearing a little bit about, maybe it's a little bit of bad gas traveling a little bit fast in a town like this.
Hearing a little something like that?
Well, I've been hearing that peoples are a-talking, and talkins are a people.
Well, pitter patter, let's get Advent.
Love the looks on the faces as they're looking at this disgusting drinks.
Merry Christmas.
Wayne,
Bonnie?
like how my outfits?
Fit is a term you use loosely, but I like the spirit.
Thank you, Wayne.
You're up first for gifts.
You got me a present?
Oh, yeah. It's tradition, so, yeah.
I'm tickled you thought of me.
Proving it's the thought that counts.
A disposable camera.
Mm-hmm. Every good party ought to have one, I think. You know, getting photos developed after the fact is always fun because you don't know what you're gonna get. It's like reaching into a treat bag blind. Could be a sour key or could be a sweet tart.
Thank you, Wayne.
You're welcome, Bonnie.
Maybe I could be your little helper elf tonight?
Well, you're conveniently dressed for the part, but I'm not Santa Claus, so I'll respectfully decline.
Let me know if you change your mind.
I will.
Good enough. Let's break the seal.
Okie doke.
Feels like she got the worst gift of everyone. She got a job.
She got a job.
Yay, a job.
And she was probably 17 or 18 when this episode was shot.
Wow.
Yeah. So listening to the Spare Parts podcast and listening to Michelle Milette and Evan Stern kind of hint about how it was a little inappropriate the way they were kind of using her in the first few years of the show because she was so young. And
she has to be older than that. This is between season 5 and 6.
Is it between 5 and 6? I thought it was earlier. Oh, you know, you're right. Okay, sorry. So maybe she's 20. But those earlier seasons were, I mean, when they start saying, "Ooh, Bonnie McMurray," she was still a teenager.
Well, they were at the begin. At some point, they were referencing you got to let the paint dry or something.
Yeah, they were making those comments for sure. But I love the what was it about the whole roll of film. Like, I kind of miss that. And every once in a while, like, what was it, a couple of years ago, we were cleaning out the garage and I found a few spent rolls and I got excited again. I was like, "Ooh, what's on these?" Because whatever's on there has got to be at least 10, 15 years old. And
longer than that.
Who knows what's on those rolls? But then we're like, where do we get these developed anymore? Like, I think you have to like send them away, because Costco used to be the place, but now we can't get it developed at Costco anymore.
It might not even be developer.
No, probably not. If it's been out in the garage through like winter, summer, but it's still exciting to think there might be something fun in there.
You know, a fun trick is to give a child one of those film rolls or the old film. They won't know what the hell it is. I remember our son, my parents gave him for Christmas once money, but it was all loonies in a film roll, and then they duct taped it closed, and the whole fun event was watching him trying to figure out how to get the money out, and asking him if he knew what those little containers were, because they've never seen such things, right?
And then a couple of years ago, one of the biggest gifts for Christmas kids got were
Polaroid
cameras.
Polaroid.
Veronica got one.
You know, we had those at the holiday party last night, and that was one of the most fun things, was like posing. And I learned that apparently they have the tiniest little mirror if you're doing a selfie, and if you can't see yourself in this tiny mirror, you're not in the picture.
And the Polaroid comes out is so small, like it, and the film is so freaking expensive. Anyway,
somebody's still making money on.
Oh yeah.
Say, Bonnie, you hearing any talk of this maybe being the best Christmas party ever?
This is the most Wayne has opened his eyes in the entire 12-year run of the show.
8 p.m., 4 hours till
Christmas toast and the three wise men at midnight. Keep it classy till then. I piss outside as much as the dog does.
Just like crossing the Drake.
Take this opportunity, Stuart, but I believe this is a mistletoe. Oh no! Oh!
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Coach.
You got me a present?
Oh yeah. It's tradition, so yeah.
A chimney cleaning log.
Now, you'll want to burn that every 60 fires or so. Reduces your creosote buildup by 70%, and creosote's what causes chimney fires, so you'll want to nip that in the bud, fuck.
Kind of reminds me of my late wife, Barb. We had a Christmas tradition ourselves. My lover and I would spend Christmas Eve together, as lovers do. We would make love for hours in front of the fire.
Well, there you go.
I haven't been touched by a lover since my late wife, Barb, died. And I miss the touch of a lover. To be honest, it's hard to find a good lover.
Well, I'm sure you find another person.
Barb was a tremendous lover. She used to say that the best part about my body was my legs. To be honest, the best part about her was her legs, too.
Well, sounds like she was a wonderful woman.
Big tits.
Sorry?
You never noticed?
No.
You never noticed Barb's knocks?
No.
I would lay her down at night and I would say, knock, knock. Who's there? Big old boner in my underwear. You can make an ocean-fearing man go boating.
Well, folks love boating, so...
I love the building of awkwardness here. This
fingers. Just roll it so gently, like she was holding a soft cinnamon twist. You know, just getting it ready for the oven.
Yep, well, that's where those go.
And when the moment was right, I'd enter her.
Bonnie!
We'd thrust against each other. You know the sound of waves on a freshwater lake just lapping against the shore. Sing.
A little step back by Bonnie.
Lover, I'm inside you. Can you feel it? Can you smell it?
Coach, why don't you come on in here? We'll jump in a photo real quick.
Sure.
just love that subtle, like, please take the picture, get this over with moment.
Oh man. Awesome says disposable film cameras are still available for purchase at CVs all over the US. They come with CVS, sorry. They come with an envelope that you post them in and send you back the developed photos. So there you go.
Is that the price of the camera? The prints?
Who knows?
I want to know how this works now.
Yeah.
I have to.
You have to move to the US first.
All right.
Aw,
We don't
well,
have
there you go.
CVSs, do we?
Can I send you my film and then you guys try to get one of those envelopes?
I'm sure there's somewhere in Toronto you can get your film developed.
Probably.
But I think we need to talk about what we just saw.
Yeah.
Could be something private on those rolls, Tanya.
Yeah, who knows?
We haven't even got our wedding photos developed, for God's sakes.
No,
It's
we
going to be.
It's pretty shameful. But
We need to maybe start there.
anyway, yes. Talk about this. Cassie, I mean,
Quickly, talk about
we have Coach here, recounting his memories of Barb. And
I mean, I've covered the scene in, I think, multiple episodes now,
Mhm.
and it doesn't stop getting funny.
No.
It's
He
like,
commits to
obviously, Mark Forward's performance is amazing,
Mhm.
but I friggin' love just the escalating awkwardness of Wayne, where he's just he's trying with all his might to steer back into like some semblance of normalcy, and Coach is just steamrolling him.
I just love all the little comments. Yeah, that's where they go. Yeah.
Well, people like
I'm
boats.
sure, I'm sure she was a lovely woman.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll find a lovely person.
It's just so brilliantly awkward. I mean, that's if anyone's ever seen never seen a live Mark Forward show, it's a lot of that. but it's in the best possible way. Yeah.
And hopefully not everybody in the audience has the same face that Wayne has there, but
some do though. I feel like some people do. But Victor, I mean, any comments to that scene?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's the first, not including the cold open, which was the animation. It's kind of the first interesting or funny part of the episode. So that's, for me, hopefully continues to stay funny. I probably gave it a fresh. Maybe I was peer pressured into it because it was a Christmas episode, but
or maybe you were in a festive mood or something. Victor.
Maybe I had some eggnog.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I haven't been kind of into all the. For me, like all the comments and all the little funny jokes and stuff, it's been all throwaway so far. So this is the first really funny scene of the episode.
All right, there, Scrooge McVictor. Here we go.
Christmas lover. Bonnie, how are you now?
Good, and you?
Oh, not so bad. Listen, I'm thinking I might need a helper elf after all. Mind if I take you up late on your offer?
I've been waiting for you to take me up late for years, Wayne.
Tanis!
Oh, I love this one. 9 p.m., 3 hours till midnight.
Did I miss the jingles juice again? Okay, looks like some pissing outside again, just as God's intended. Don't forget the Christmas toast and 3 wise men's at midnight. Fucking pace yourselves.
I can't even hear you throw out
Say,
soup
Tanis,
in
you
the
turn
toilet
and
without
talk
wanting to throw up.
The salliest Christmas party ever.
It's festive.
Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
Merry Christmas.
Miss her.
You got me a gift?
It's tradition, so, yeah.
What is it?
Open it.
I can't, my nails aren't dry.
Serious? Good enough.
What's that?
An apron.
Yeah, I can see it's an apron.
Okay.
Why would you buy a woman an apron?
Oh, I thought it was clever. The text.
What do I look like, my duda?
I've not had the pleasure.
What was the runner-up to that? Vacuum cleaner bags or something?
Oven mitts.
Oven mitts?
Yes, they said hot stuff coming through.
Might as well just said get in the kitchen and cook my dinner, woman.
Well, that's not clever. The text.
You know you're sending a really chauvinistic message there, bud.
Well, it's not what I meant.
What'd you mean then?
Meant to say you're a good fucking cook. But you don't like dudes hanging out around your grill while you're cooking, so I thought it was clever. The text. Done being a cow now, or
Yeah. I'm sorry, Boo. I'm a little sensitive sometimes.
It's all right. Everybody's a little bit sensitive these days. Fuck.
I know, right? So fucking gay. So,
And then his face.
is there, any strings attached to this apron?
Almost certainly.
Too bad.
Say cheese.
Oh my God.
Awesome says she has issues with this interaction between Tannis and Wayne. I wonder what those issues may be. I love it when he's like, "You done being a cow now?" Just call Tannis a cow to her face at your own peril. I feel.
Tara,
Yeah, that's a
Oh.
bad idea.
he doesn't like that she said gay.
No, yeah,
Oh no, not at all.
no.
We-
Well,
we-
No, that's what Awesome objects to her being
Yeah.
portrayed
Oh.
as saying that.
but that's the point of the joke, right? Because
Yeah, it's the point of the joke.
yeah,
But you can still be offended by it.
sure, yeah. Wayne grimaces at it, and yeah, but
We just watched the 19.2 episode with Tannis in it.
oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it is.
Well, they're all good. They're all good episodes.
But Awesome saying that don't write him saying homophobic shit. So
What?
Wayne didn't say anything homophobic there, did he?
No, he didn't. She did. She's the one who said it.
She
She
said-
did, and then
She said that's okay, and he was wincing at it, not the other.
I think her issue is that Tannis is bisexual, so she wouldn't make a comment like that to begin with. So maybe, I don't know.
Was that known yet? I don't think so. Not until the later seasons did we.
I think the
did she
point of
start-
that. Yeah, I don't think the point of that is. I don't think she said it. I don't
No,
think
I
it
think
was
it's
meant to be-
ironic.
Yeah, I don't think it was, but I don't even think it was meant to be okay because she's bi or anything like that. I think it was meant to be, I don't know if ironic's the right word, but everyone's so sensitive, and then the gay part. I think that's. I don't think there's a deeper element to it. I think they were just trying to be just slightly provocative, and to just say, hey, don't be so sensitive. It's okay to say a joke or whatever.
Well, I think the joke
that's what it was.
For me, it's more the joke was she was apologizing for being sensitive, and then she says something, and he gets sensitive over what she says. So first she's sensitive over the apron, then he's sensitive over the slur, and yeah, it's
all I'm saying is I don't think that you're supposed to try to do any mental gymnastics with it and say, oh, it's okay because she's gay or she's not gay. You know what I mean? I think I don't think it's meant to be that deep.
And where were they in the relationship at this point? Because she's talking about the no strings attached. Was this where they were trying to, or he wanted more and she did not?
If this is season 4 or 5, then yeah, they've already had their fling. And I think but also these holiday specials are supposed to be non-linear to the storyline. But
although this one does make a few references to the previous story.
Yeah. All right.
And one thing
Oh.
completely away from everything everybody's talking about, but I've watched this special so many times. Like, it's up there in my favorite episodes. But I only just clued in to the fact that the Christmas tree design on Tannis's shirt is like an inverted piece of indigenous art.
Is it?
Oh, I didn't
I'll have to
notice
check
that.
it out in a second.
Yeah, sometimes you'll see designs with those triangles. And like originally when I watched it, I was just like, oh, it's like a low effort Christmas shirt. Haha, isn't that funny? But as I was watching this time, I'm like, oh no, this actually looks like some of the art designs, especially I'm not sure which tribe or nation it would be from, but like kind of a more southwestern
Right,
nation
where they use kind of the I know the design you're kind of talking
Most
about.
certainly.
No, you have to go back a wee bit more. Yeah. The
Is
3
there,
triangles.
Yeah.
Any strings attached to this apron?
Almost certainly.
Too bad.
I know
Cheese.
some of the indigenous kind of writing, like when I interviewed Anine, which is that indigenous store, like the what do they call it? Not letters, but the glyphs or whatever they're called are very rudimentary shapes and stuff like that for sure.
Yeah, so I just noticed that for like the first time after watching this episode, I don't know how many times. And it just kind of made me happy.
Merry Christmas, Tannis. Next.
Bonnie gets Tannis out of the way.
10 p.m., 2 hours until midnight. Gail's.
Yeah, let me remind whoever's sprinting in there that this is a marathon. 3 wise men at midnight. Don't forget. Guess I'll head outside and practice my fucking wall sit.
Good weave.
Thank you.
Hey, why don't we watch a classic? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer circa 1964.
No! Santa was such a dick in that movie.
And a racist dick, which I, sir, have no time for.
Did you just call Santa a racist?
The landscape's not the only thing whitewashed at the North Pole.
Yeah, and then Santa tells Rudolph that his nose makes him sick, and then makes him cover it up.
Clear sign of prejudice, Katie.
Guys, it was a different time, you know? It was made in the 60s. Right, Coach?
How old do you think I am?
How long can society keep making that excuse, Katie?
Yeah, and the mental abuse.
Physical, too. One is rarely far from the other.
And then Santa has the Timbits to ask Rudolph to guide him around the whole world to every fucking house.
Rudolph got to guide Santa's sleigh. I mean, that's all he ever wanted.
That's not all he wanted, Katie!
What else did he want?
Reparations.
You know what bugged me most about that movie? Is that the Elf's biggest dream was to become a dentist. Not a race car driver, not an astronaut, but a dentist. Pull your finger out of your ass, fucking elf.
Highest suicide rate of any profession.
Christmas cheer just hitting a real fever pitch now.
Gail! Merry Christmas, Gaylor.
What's in your jeans, bud?
Okay.
Okay. Present?
Right past that comment. Okay.
Uncle Eddie.
Good guy, eh?
He's a great guy.
I figured you could hang that behind the bar.
Uncle Eddie.
You know what? He's not your uncle, so I don't know. Maybe you'd stop saying that on account of you taking him down once, you know?
I lied. It was more than once.
Oh, Jesus.
Jared Care fetish ain't nothing to be ashamed of, Wayne. Young is fun, but old is bold.
Isn't that Uncle Eddie from the restaurant? No.
That's not the same guy.
No, it is. Okay, never mind. He looks familiar.
You think all white people look the same?
You know what? I might. Maybe I do. I'm not racist. Yes.
But have we not seen that photo somewhere else, or did it show up in the other Uncle Eddie? When was the last reference to her with her geriatric, her Jerry fetish?
Was the Halloween episode? Yeah.
Does he have food on his shirt?
Looks like he's got something. Poor Uncle Eddie. This is the problem with old-fashioned film. You just never know what you're gonna get.
Roadmap? Didn't mind those dentures either. Wish I could pop mine out like that.
Oh, bother.
Eddie.
He's not your uncle.
I was on his naughty list his last year, and he spanked me with his cane like the bad niece that I am.
Christ's sake, Gail, he's not your... Wait. Was that part of the whole... Never mind. Bonnie!
Beep, beep, beep.
Good old Gail. So yeah.
Oh, that woman.
Who here misses Gail?
I do.
Gail, come on our show. I'd love to just.
Oh, man. Lisa
man.
Codrington. I would love to.
Yeah, she's so unlike her character, though.
I know. Have you seen what is the Lake or Lake House or whatever? Have you seen that show, Gord?
Yeah.
No, I have not.
Check it out. I think it's on Amazon. It's interesting. She doesn't play a huge role in it, but the role she does play, it's like
she's a psychiatrist or something,
Yeah.
like very serious, and yeah.
Yeah, she shows up. I forget the last time I saw her, but she shows up from time to time, and it's like a complete cognitive dissonance and these being the same people. But
I know, right? I think she's in Children Ruin Everything, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in that too. Cassie, any comments on this scene?
Again, just the silliest little point especially when we could see the whole picture of Uncle Eddie and his dog. The dog looks just as concerned as Wayne has looked this whole night.
That dog has seen shit.
It has seen some things.
You know, it's a miracle that Wayne carries the friends that he had. Like, and at no point has he looked like he's been enjoying the gift giving process.
When you're in a small town, your friends are your friends. You don't have many choices, many options.
He has not looked happy in any of these photos. He looks like he's being a
Victor, what do you have in the foreground there? What is that?
Oh, that's Congo.
Congo? Is it a stuffed bear or something? Oh, it's a hippo. Of course it's a hippo. What the hell was I thinking?
You know this hippo, right, Cassie?
I do know that hippo. That was the hippo that I brought to him, I think, when was it when Tobias was here and we all got together?
That's right.
Yeah, I had my friend's cousin make him for Mr. Victor.
Yeah, this hippo is a staple in my office.
Aw.
I know Victor, Gail wasn't always a favorite character of yours, but do you kind of miss her?
I do not miss her. I'm very happy to hear that Lisa is nothing like her character. The thing about Letterkenny characters, that I've seen so many shows with these actors, they're all really good actors, and I almost feel like you have to be a really special actor to be able to act these characters, and then the kind of more of the mainstream stuff that we're all used to. So. I was never crazy about the Gail character. I never really understood her. I don't think I still understand her.
I don't think
completely.
anyone understands her. You're supposed to enjoy her, not understand her.
Well, yeah, I've never had the pleasure, but it's I guess I don't know. I have nothing to kind of relate her to in kind of real life. Just like the Skids, I know. I apparently Skids are a real type of people in these small towns. I guess fortunately or unfortunately, I've never had that pleasure either. So those two kind of groups of characters didn't really resonate with me.
I don't think Gail is typical of a small town person.
Oh, I think she's unique, one of a kind.
The Jerry fetishes are pretty rare. But.
Yeah, I can appreciate some of the humor, but a lot of it is just a little too crass.
I just love the way she moves her body, the acrobatics of it, the dance of the thing.
Commitment. It takes commitment to be that awkward, and I mean that's why we love Coach. That's why we love Gail and Glenn. I feel like those three and Roll too. I feel like those four.
All of the above.
Yeah.
And just this person. Just that's 11 p.m. 1 hour until.
I'll
midnight.
take the Polichetti brothers.
Those were choices too. Talk about, so you relate to them?
No, but I can find them.
Any? Yeah, all right.
And it's Glenn.
Oh my God.
Two balls.
That'll do, Glenn.
Wayne, you're wasting those lips, which are made for Digin, and God gave them to you. Have a two.
Glenn!
Wayne!
What?
Be honest about something.
You should always be honest.
I'm a little bit sad.
Uh-oh.
What happened was I had a sermon all cooked up for tonight, but then the church elders went ahead and voted to have a guest minister come in instead of me.
Who is it, that Reverend Bolio?
Yeah, Reverend Bolio. Yeah, that's him.
He's a good guy.
He's all right. Wayne, we are gathered here today in the presence of Christ, and look at this place. Look at what you have done. All the invitations, the decorations. It's very festive.
That's what I said. I said it's festive.
Is that what the kids are calling it these days? Thanks so much for the gift, Boo. Sorry I was being a cow.
Wayne, Christmas is not in the presents. It's in his presence.
Oh, that's clever.
Yeah, right? I'd like to see Reverend Bolio come with anything that good. In summation, Christ is the only gift.
The only gift? Or...
The only gift.
Oh, so you don't want this gift?
Oh my God, is that a gift for me?
Oh, yeah, it's tradition. Yeah.
Oh, it says Glenn. That's me. That's so nice. And it says, Dear Glenn. No, nothing. In fact, that's fine. You don't have to write a personal message or anything. That's the nicest part, usually. That's what my mom always said. Nice part is the card. Always write a nice little card for people. Because, anyone can buy a gift. Not everyone can write their feelings down on a card and be all sweet. A pitch pipe.
For you and your band.
The Salty Treats.
Okay.
We broke up.
What happened?
Ever heard those stories about Fleetwood Mac and how they'd blow cocaine up each other's poopers with straws?
No.
Oh.
Were you doing that, or?
I don't know. No, we weren't. One of the treats ended up with another one of the treats of Sweetie, and they stuffed each other's stockings, so we're all done.
Well, there you go.
And Wayne, you're adorable, but why would you give me a pitch pipe of all people? Me, who was blessed by the Lord himself with perfect pitch to aid in the delivery of his message. Listen. Meh. 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 Oh. Spirit of Christmas. It's now inside of me, Wayne. Oh, can we celebrate with a song?
No.
Oh, what about a song?
No, thank you.
A hymn for him?
Glenn, why don't we just do a photo and we can keep this rig rolling?
Okay. I don't mind that either. Just let me get in the proper Santa and the elf position. Oh, that's it. Oh, that's a nice one. Make sure the dig is in.
Wait, Victor, you miss Glenn, don't you?
I do miss Glenn. I mean, we and really we had 3 really good ones in a row, right? So we had Coach, Tanis, and now Glenn. And so it's
I love how
you're forgetting about Gail, but
he skipped Gail.
Oh, I see. Look at that. I kind of washed her out of my mind. That's
He pretends he does not see.
He scrubbed her with out of his mind.
There's more good ones ahead.
Oh yeah, Gord, this scene.
Well, I think the picture says it all there with the awkwardness with Wayne, the getting the full mouth action on the pitch pipe and the didgeridoo. We can't see the 2 balls though, but
it's 2 balls, yeah.
The 2 balls were perfect, yeah.
You know what's even funnier?
What?
Is that we always blow on our didgeridoo every Christmas.
It's the only time it ever comes out of the closet.
Keep it clean, guys. Keep it clean.
Why do you have it? I didn't even know that was a Christmas thing.
I have questions.
Did you even think of that?
So we have a didgeridoo. It's a PVC pipe that's painted to look like but you can play it like a didgeridoo.
I'm gonna whip
and
it out now.
it's stored in the same closet where the Christmas tree is stored. So she's laughing because she's right. The only time it ever comes out, and the only time we ever play it, is that the day that we bring the Christmas tree out to set it. Oh, she's gonna go get it now. It's very back in the
It's
closet.
tradition.
We get a live performance.
You don't mess with tradition.
She's going for the anyway. Yeah, so she's laughing at that because it's true.
I'm assuming yours doesn't have 2 balls.
It doesn't have 2 balls. No. Cassie, what did you? Let's see if Tanya actually gets the thing out. What did you think?
I just love that Gord and I both go 2 balls at the exact same time. we had a connection there. Honestly, this whole episode, but like I started thinking it specifically like with Gail, but also with Glenn, and then pretty much everybody who's received their presents so far.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Wayne is so wrapped up in the nostalgia of Christmas. He's like that grandpa or that dad who wants to make the picture perfect Christmas that is innocent and warm and just full of like nostalgia, and everybody is just taking that and corrupting the hell out of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean Wayne's generally a curmudgeon about the other holidays, but he's so giddy about Christmas, which is hilarious. You failed.
I tried. I
So it occurs to me.
How far back is it?
The didgeridoo comes out twice a year.
Is it twice?
The first time when we bring the tree out, and then we put it back, and then the second time when we put the tree back.
Do we blow on it one more time?
Probably, yeah.
It's the Christmas horn.
When did we get that again?
I was given it as a present from one of our friends. Shout out to Jay. She painted it because we used to talk about this, that, and everything. And
going to Australia.
I'm sure that at one point I said that I wanted to give one a try, and she said they're easy to make. You can do PVC pipe, and I was gifted it, and yeah, and I practiced blowing on it and doing the Because there's a way to do the breathing, right? To breathe in and out at the same time. I don't know.
Circular breathing. Yeah,
It's
that's advanced didgeridoo. I don't think even Glenn can do that.
Oh
Anyway, here
my
we go.
God.
Next.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, bro.
What's up, baby?
Having a spit? You?
I was gonna have a spit.
I don't even know what your fucking names are, but if you're a hockey player, get in here.
Let's spit in a little bit.
Merry Christmas.
You got us a present.
Oh, yeah. It's tradition, so, yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, bro. You're welcome. Winning a ship brings pride and togetherness to a community. Now, you've all made us damn proud with your work with the Shamrockettes, and this is so you'll never forget it. So, Merry Christmas. Yep, and Happy New Year.
This is the best gift, yeah.
Jesus
Of all,
Christ. Bonnie!
of all the gifts he's given.
Murray.
I'll just jump in for a photo here. We'll keep this rig rolling.
So the talk of the live stream is how, Wayne's gifts are pretty bad or they're plot devices, whatever. But this is probably, of all the gifts given, this is the best, the most thoughtful gift for sure.
And he doesn't have a perplexed face.
No.
He actually seems satisfied.
Yeah. But
He's like, yeah, this one hit.
he made the hockey dum-dums cry, or almost cry anyway.
The emotions, the fact they're speechless and the looks on their faces, it's perfect.
Yeah, it's well done. What did you think of that one?
Yes. Nothing better than a memory and a getting to somebody and making it the best.
And that collage actually, required some work and effort. So just the thought of Wayne sitting there clipping pictures or using Photoshop is kind of a hilarious thought too, don't you think? Like,
It is.
Yeah.
And this pretty much ties it to when it was, because that was season 5 where they won the championship. So or just a couple episodes like that.
That's right. Right.
It's good, or?
Buddy. So good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they're so sick, bro.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know why, buddy.
You want to know what I don't know?
All the college and uni girls at home for Christmas break. Letterkenny Tinder game is fuego.
A lot of girls go away to school with big expectations of fun and romance, but that doesn't always pan out. School's tough, bro.
The comfort of their hometowns long behind them. Finding your place in the world can be tough.
But when they come home for Christmas break and big expectations of school and the big city are behind them, they realize, hey, Letterkenny's actually pretty sick.
And then we have sex with them.
And that's when the takedowns begin.
This afternoon, the snipe called me up, who was really rude to me before, but this time, she was really nice.
Did you take her down?
I did.
See, this snipe called me up today, and she used to say, I hate hockey players. I hate them. I felt the love today. It's really special.
When you took her down?
Yes. It's really special when I took her down.
Nice.
Thanks.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Home Alone. It's practically the
Undid all that they did earlier.
Strong choice. I show it to my players regularly.
You do?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
I
a
love
movie.
it. Oh, sorry. I gotta go back on this one because this is so good. But yeah. Leave it to Riley and Jonesy to take a heartfelt moment and just turn it on its head.
And they ruined it.
Yeah, and they ruined. Yeah, they went. Yeah, Wayne went from being content that it was such a great gift to once again being repulsed by Riley and Jonesy. All right, this next part, I just love how Coach describes Home Alone in this next scene.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Home Alone. It's practically the perfect Christmas movie.
That's a strong choice. I show it to my players regularly.
You do?
Yeah, it's a moving meditation on pain.
Home Alone?
Yeah, those two burglars should have been killed 100 times in that movie. Right off the bat, the icy stairs Marv slips on, bam, that's a shattered spine. Or at his age, at least a slipped disc. But no, he gets up and walks around like he's just got a couple broken ribs, right? And then Harry walks in, boom, shot in the balls with a pellet gun, and then his head is lit on fire, right? Any other snowflake would be on the phone with 911 going, hey, I got my head! My head's on fire! But no, Harvey kept going. You know why?
Because it's a fictional children's Christmas movie?
No, because that movie is an expose on mind over matter. Harry and Marv were mentally strong, all right? They had a goal. They fought through adversity to get to it. Now, they never really got it, but I'm holding my breath for part 5 because Marv and Harry deserve it.
A projectile can of paint being thrown down a full flight of steps and hitting you directly in the head would shatter your skull, killing you instantly. Obviously fake.
Okay, we need to have a conversation on suspension of disbelief in fictional children's Christmas movies.
And don't even get me started on part 2. Marv gets shot in the dick with a nail gun and then up the ass with it. Next scene, not even a lip. Like, you think we're stupid?
It's a dark movie.
I agree, Derry.
Oh, come on.
What in the McAllister's house had any true value? Did you see what they were stealing from the neighbor's house? Cutlery, candlesticks. They weren't going after the big get.
It was never about the big skets.
Harry and Marv hate themselves. That's why they kept going into the house. They were volunteering for pain.
Gluttons for punishments. Very real, very serious, mental disorders. And treatable ones, too. Of course, the first step being you got to ask for help. And for many people, that's the hardest steps.
You're saying they subconsciously wanted to die.
On account of their traumatic childhoods, most likely.
That's why they hated Kevin McAllister so much, because of his privilege, which I sure have no time for.
Harry and Marv's are probably still out there as today's, suffering in silence.
Harry and Marv are in Vegas with tits in both hands and an ass in the other. They're champions.
Okay.
They're London Bridge and Victoria's Secret models on a beach in Waikiki.
Okay.
Oh,
Can we
man.
comment on Gail's hands all over everyone?
Gail's playing with Coach's hair and Squirrely Dan's beard at the same time. I love it. That analysis of Home Alone, you know, that was written like around like a, you know, taking like hits from a joint and just going, and you know what else? Harry and Marv really hated each other. They wanted to die. Yeah, that's right. They wanted to die, and they hated Kevin McAllister's privilege. I love all that shit. It's so good.
Do we get that wide shot of the table in the whole kitchen? Do we see that other times? That seems...
No, this is kind of the only time I feel like they ever use this angle. And having been in that kitchen, this on that set anyway, it's funny, like compared to, because season 1 was the actual farmhouse kitchen. I think they only built the sets for seasons 2 and beyond or whatever. I think it was a lot narrower, so you can tell they made more use of the extra space in here. And plus they can move walls out of the way and stuff like that too when it's a set. So they can have a wide shot like this, even though it's supposed to be a small room. But yeah.
Those cabinets, they're all fake.
Yeah.
Apparently this is one of only 2 episodes that only has one location. It's all in the farmhouse.
Oh, is it one of those bottle episodes or whatever they're called? Yeah.
I don't know if it's bottle because it does move some things, but that's definitely just one location, which generally we get at least a few different.
Yeah, and actually that room that Wayne's sitting in and giving out the gifts, it's a really small, like it's basically like a mud room. In real, like when we were there, it seemed smaller than, again, though, all those walls can be moved out of the way. So that's probably, they can make it seem as big as they need to.
That's a good comment about this being a Last Supper shot with the books lined up like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. So does that make Katie Jesus then? Very cool. Any other comments? Victor, what did you think of that sequence? What do you think of their analysis of Home Alone?
Yeah, I thought Coach's analysis was pretty funny, and it's pretty spot on. Everything else is nonsense.
Oh, jeez. Ah, humbug.
What about the Santa Claus?
The Tim Allen movie? Where whoever puts on Santa's suit becomes Santa? What if Santa died on Paul Bernardo's roof? Bernardo puts on Santa's Sooth henceforth becoming a serial killer, which I,
I
sir...
would watch that movie.
Henceforth making Carla Homolka Mrs. Claus. What then?
We stop saying henceforth?
John Wayne Gacy's roof. He already dressed up in a clown costume to lure his victims in. He could pull off Santa in his sleep.
Child's play.
Jeffrey Dahmer's. Now Santa Claus kills and eats his victims.
Skid!
We don't celebrate consumers Christmas on principle.
Shut the fuck up. It's Christmas.
I sure have no time for...
What if it's drugs?
You shouldn't have.
Oh, wine!
Okay. Wondrous. Hallucinogens?
Barbiturates?
D.
Love the D.
D.
Vitamin D. Your pasty skin tells me you don't see enough sunlight, which can lead to vitamin D deficiency. You ever had it? Trust me, you don't want it.
We will not participate in your capitalist, patriarchal,
non-paid
rituals.
Which I sure have no time for.
Thank you, Bonnie.
World's little D. I love the D. Comment was pretty funny. Cassie, any comments on that one?
Well, like trailing into it when they're talking about all the different like serial killers and what they would be like within the Santa Claus just made me think of just how much I love Christmas horror movies. And it was the perfect way to usher in the Skids because like who else is going to sit down and watch Santa's Sleigh, Silent Night, Deadly Night, like Terrifier 3, there's tons. I just can't think of them all. It would be them. It would absolutely.
So, Cassie, are you admitting to being a bit of a skid?
Oh, I've always been a little bit of a skid.
There you go, Victor. You have met a skid.
Well, then not all skids are bad. Was one of the Purge movies a Christmas movie?
That I'm not sure about.
Imagine the Purge that took place on Christmas Eve.
I feel like there was a Purge Christmas Eve movie.
Oh my God.
I mean, wouldn't that just be Black Friday when everybody gets trampled for deals?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that was the spin on it.
Gord, any comments
I'll
on
have
this
to
one?
look that up.
Just enjoyed it. Certainly the I found it interesting, the Paul Bernardo Homolka reference, which probably I guess at this point they weren't catering for a U.S. audience, but
or they don't care. They don't cater to you. I think they want Americans to look it up. I think they want Canadians have serial killers too. I think they want people to look it up. All right, let's just suck.
Hex!
He wonders what it is. Gonna open it carefully so we can use the ribbons against next year's.
Good thinking, Squirrely D. If you can be one thing, you should be efficient.
Waste not, swamp not, you know?
Pretty smart pencil case, eh? That's for your women's studies class.
You've been reading my mails.
Nope, just seen you skipping off to class every Tuesday with a pen, pencil, and highlighter wrapped in a rubber band. You know, there's no reason to be looking pog for Professor Tricia.
Thanks, good buddies.
Merry Christmas, good buddy.
Cologne. Probably use sunscreen. Banana boat.
Well, here's the scoop, and I'm going to tell you. Banana boat's not going to do the trick with you wearing your barn clothes every damn place you go. Now, when you head into town, you give yourself a few spritzes of that. It'll mask the smell proper.
Thanks, good buddy.
Of course, not wearing your barn clothes every damn place you go is also a potentially fruitful option. English on the back.
The reindeer effect.
Bootleg Korean Christmas thriller sent from overseas by my good buddy Teddy Kim. That's exclusive for your collection.
Has anyone seen the reindeer effect?
The butterfly effect?
No, the reindeer effect.
I've never heard of it.
Reindeer Games with Charlize Theron?
Dennis Farina?
Ben Affleck. Yes, please.
No, the reindeer effect.
Ever seen it, bro?
Never seen it, bro.
Put it on. Yeah, put it on.
Thanks for the gift, big brother.
Well, now that that's sorted, do you've been hearing any talk around town about this maybe being the best Christmas party ever?
All right, before we get to the finale here, that whole thing about peeking through the doorway, I remember when we first reviewed this episode, I said it was kind of a homage to, I forget what the TV show was. Was it Laugh-In or one of those like older shows where people were like, would open trap doors and peek through and say a joke or make a punchline or whatever. I forget what it was. No, it wasn't. I don't.
Well, Hee Haw did a bit of it, but it was
Yeah.
Laugh-In is the
It was
what you're
Laugh-In,
thinking of.
yeah.
Sock it to me.
Yeah. But
I would legit pay to see how they filmed that though.
Yeah.
Like, did they just stack people or what?
Well, I mean, the lower people are on their knees or whatever. Yeah, it would have to just kind of stack them. But it was kind of fun, a little fun homage to that. I think if you're the younger viewers wouldn't have understood, but I got it. I thought it was pretty fun. What do you think of that scene, Dan?
Yeah, I just love the simplicity, but thoughtfulness of all the gifts and how everybody appreciates them.
Victor?
Yeah, I really, since obviously it's the bit they're doing from beginning to the end with the have you heard this being the best Christmas party. I guess I don't get it. It doesn't make any.
It's just fun how giddy Wayne's being. Like, he's not usually that giddy about anything, and he's being giddy about Christmas. That's all.
No, I get it, but it's just okay. It's just
So
not
you
hitting.
get it. See, you get it.
But it's not hitting. It's like, okay, let's move on.
Again, because you're a Scrooge. Your heart needs to grow. How many sizes?
11.
11. Whoa, Gord! A little bit of shade there. I love it. Anything about this scene, Gord?
Well, I think certainly Wayne's finally hit it on the gifts there. I think there were a few callbacks there, and
Banana boat callback was fun.
Yes, and just the I did enjoy the silliness of them popping out from behind the Christmas tree, and they're just making absolutely no sense that they're there in any other context, and they're gone immediately after they pop their heads out of there.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of reinforces the whole thing about Letterkenny being just a series of skits, right? But it's still fun. Cassie?
The tree is actually my favorite when they're popping out of that because A, Tanis and Bonnie were not getting along earlier, and B, not so much Bonnie, but Tanis's expression. She is manically cheesy, which really harkens back to the old
the Laugh-In
Christmas specials we all watched.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know. I love that, and I love how he describes why he gave Squirrely D the pencil case, and the look of how perplexed Squirrely Dan is at first until he's explained to why he got a pencil case.
And it matches his tie nicely. It's the red plaid. All right, let's take this sucker home. Here we go for the Three Wise Men.
Well, if it wasn't before, it sure is now. Now, we honor the tradition of the Three Wise Men.
Oh no, American whiskey.
Oh no, Irish whiskey.
Canadian rye whiskey. I said fucking A!
You just want to know what Christmas is all about? Here's what Christmas is all about. I'm gonna tell you what Christmas is all about here. Christmas is all about coming together with friends and family and putting your squabbles aside for a little wee bit.
Oh.
And that, friends and family, is why I, to the fucking...
Last time, right?
Last fucking time, fuck. Love Christmas. Hear, hear.
Three wise men.
Three wise men.
Okay.
Now, let's all have a spit.
I love the music too.
Do we know what that is? That a song, or that's just?
I don't know. I mean, that's a good question. It feels like it's got like a Ventures feel to it. Like, I wonder if Ventures ever put out a holiday album, because that's definitely something that would be on it. It's like holiday surf rock. Anyway, all right. So that is the Three Wise Men.